1900 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Nayab. First, the headlines. Prime Minister strongly condemning Israeli aggression on Gaza has reaffirmed Pakistan's steadfast support for the rights and legitimate struggle of Palestinian people. 113 people, including 31 children, have so far been martyred in Israel, ruthless airstrikes and shelling on besieged Palestinian enclave. Minister of State for Information has urged people to fully comply with the COVID SOPs to make frontline medical staff's fight against the pandemic a success. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, people staged anti-India protest in Srinagar amid heavy deployment of Indian forces to prevent them from visiting the residence of martyred youth Ubaid Ahmed. Myanmar's junta has declared martial law in a town in Chin state after attacks by armed men on a police station and a bank there. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has reaffirmed Pakistan's steadfast support for the rights of Palestinian people and their legitimate struggle. In a telephonic conversation with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, he reassured him of Pakistan's efforts in mobilizing the international community against flagrant violations of human rights and international law. Imran Khan strongly condemned the attacks on innocent worshippers in Al-Aqsa Mosque and lethal airstrikes by Israel in Gaza, resulting in the death of so many civilians, including children. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas welcomed Pakistan's support and appreciated Pakistan leadership's response and its statements condemning Israel's attack in Gaza and Al-Aqsa Mosque. Israel, ignoring international calls for a calm, continues its aggression on Gaza Strip with airstrikes and artillery shells, stepping up the deployment of troops and tanks near the besieged Palestinian enclave. Israeli troops and tanks are massing at the border for a possible ground offensive by entering Gaza. The latest death toll has risen to 113, including at least 31 children, and at least 600 people have been wounded. At least 6 Israeli and 1 Indian national have also been killed. There have also been more violent confrontations between Jewish Israeli and Palestinian citizens of Israel in several cities inside Israel. Organization of Islamic Cooperation, on the request of Saudi Arabia, has called a virtual meeting of its executive committee at foreign ministers level on Sunday. According to a statement of OIC, the meeting will discuss the Israeli aggression in the Palestinian territory, particularly its acts of violence at Al-Quds Al-Sharif and Al-Aqsa Mosque. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib has asked the people to fully comply with the COVID SOPs in order to make frontline medical staff's fight against the pandemic a success. In a tweet today, he paid tribute to the doctors, paramedics and other staff who rendered their duties on Eid at corona wards and vaccination centers. 48 more deaths due to coronavirus infection and 2,517 new positive cases were reported in the country in a day. According to the fresh statistics issued by NCOC, 30,700 tests were conducted and positivity ratio remained 8.19%. The death toll due to pandemic in the country has now reached 19,384. India's record 4,000 COVID-19 deaths for third straight day today. According to Indian Health Ministry, data updated this morning, the country has witnessed over 4,000 deaths and registered 343,144 new cases of COVID-19 in a day. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the authorities have deployed Indian troops and personnel in strength in Batamalo area of Srinagar to prevent people from visiting the residence of martyred youth Ubaid Ahmed. Pertinently, despite the heavy deployment of Indian Forces personnel, people staged an anti-India demonstration in the area and shouted slogans in favor of freedom, martyred youth and against India. China has called for efforts to promote peace in Yemen and provide humanitarian assistance to the country. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.